Hey everybody, I'm going to show you real quick how to make a worksheet or an activity that you have into something digital that the kids can use. So Miss Smith had sent me a copy of a sheet that she wanted to use. So I downloaded it onto the computer, and it's a JPEG, and it needs to be a JPEG or a PNG file. And I'm going to come in here and set the size page setup, and I want to go to custom, and I want to make this 8.5 by 11, and it's going to change it so it's the full size of the sheet that I'm going to add as my background. So I'm going to take these off just by clicking on the box and then hitting delete or backspace if you're on a Chromebook. So the background, I want to choose an image, and I'm going to go to upload and browse because it's on my Chromebook. You can access your drive from here, wherever you have your paper, and then just double click it and click done. So there's the sheet that she wanted to use. And what you're going to do on each one, sorry, that's Winston squeaking in the background. You want to go in and put a text box. I'm going to zoom this so that I can see it a little bit better. But you want to go in and put a text box on each one of the lines. And this is part of the background now. So like I can't move this around. This is my background. So I'm going to insert a text box and put it here. Probably need to make it a little bit shorter. And then while it's selected, I'm going to come up here to the border weight and just add a border around it so the kids know that this is where they can click. And you can even come up here and insert a text box and put additional directions. So I might put double click each box to enter your answer. So that helps them. Now they'll be able to move this because it's not part of the background, but hopefully they'll read it before they do that. And then what I do is just Control D and it duplicates it, and I just take this same box and move it down. And you just want to make sure that the boxes aren't overlapping. Sorry, Winston's trying to get a toy out from underneath the TV stand. So I'm going to duplicate, Control D, and then I'm going to do the same thing, Control D, and take this down further. Scroll down so that we can put it in the box down here. And again, Control D. Control D. And Control D. Now, what you can do on the last part of this activity, I know it asks for them to write something. So you could come down here and put in another text box. For them to type their answer. and you can say type here. So now I have this done. I want to call it, whoops, I missed one. Control D. Pull it down here. And then I'm going to call it, this is Reading Workbook 42. So once I name that, I can go into my Google Classroom. Go to Classroom. I'm not going to actually post this in my classroom, but I'm going to go through the steps to show you how to do it because my kindergartners might be surprised if this shows up for them. So go to Classwork, Create, Assignment, and you want to put Add Google Drive. And because I just worked on it, it's going to show recent, and it's going to be the first thing that pops up. So I just double click this. And then you want to make it so that it makes a copy for each student. So click Make a Copy for each student. Workbook, well, put Reading Workbook 42. You can type additional instructions here if you want to, but it's already on the sheet, so I'm not going to do that. And I always suggest that when you get ready to make this assignment, that you label or put some kind of topic on it. So on the topics here, if you don't have one already, you can say create topic and add reading, or maybe you're organizing by the week, however you decide to do that. And then if you're assigning it to multiple classes, you just drop down here and click all the classes you want to assign it to. But if you're just assigning it to one class, you can come up here and schedule this so that it shows up on a certain day and time. But for some reason, you can't assign it like a schedule. I can't schedule this if I'm assigning it to more than one class. I don't know why it doesn't let you do that. But that was just a quick tutorial on how to create it and get it into your Google Drive and then post on your Google Classroom. Hope this helps.